Hey everybody, welcome to Second Wednesday, which is Cricut Wednesday. This month we're going to be featuring the Wild Card 2 cartridge. It's a cartridge that came out in 2012. It is a full Cricut cartridge, and this cartridge is filled, obviously, with wild cards. So let's start at the beginning. Really, 6 creative function keys, as do all the ones that are full cartridges. It has a layer key, a card, an envelope, a phrase layer, and a font. The other thing about this cartridge is it's one of the newer cartridges that have these little red bubbles. And the little red bubbles stand for, there's a number inside the bubbles. And that's telling you what that particular cut, that cut should be cut at that size or larger. You know, like when you saw the promo for when you originally got your Cricut, you can cut it from 1/4 of an inch all the way up to 20, you know. This one is telling you there are some cuts that are too intricate or that are too involved, that if you cut it at a smaller cut, it just may not come out right. So they advise you, good way to save paper, to cut it at, like, you know, if this bubble says 5 inches. So you would cut that 5 inches or larger. If you see a bubble with the arrows going either way, they want you to cut it at that side, but they also are telling you that your fit to length button should be selected. Now, like I said, these have fun cards, get whale soon, do you need a hand, see you later alligator. There are a lot of fun cards in here with images. But you know what? You don't just need to make a card. So I'm going to show you some of the projects that I did. Using this particular cartridge. But know that you can take some of these card shapes, and you can go ahead and you can make them into something else. You know, maybe you cut off with the alarm clock. Maybe you cut off that piece that hinges it and just layer it up and make it a one-piece layer. Maybe you leave it as a card and paste it down in your scrapbook page as a open up, and then you have the picture inside. So there's so many different things that you can do with this. This is a cool, fun cartridge if you're stumped and you just need a really cute card for a particular occasion. These kind of cover a whole bunch of them. There's like one that's really cute for congratulating someone that they're pregnant. It's got something that says bun in the oven. It's a little shape of an oven. It's a cute cartridge. So let me show you what I did. What I did with this is, it looks like the card, but it's not. We've got our pencil, we've got our paper here, but when you open it up, I made it big enough, and I'll back up just a little bit. I made it big enough to be like a little notepad. And I broke out my Your Story, and I binded the pages inside, and I just scored around. I don't know if you can see. I scored around the slit lines for where it would be normally the card, made a couple of tweaks and adjustments, and now just a note. Something really cute that you can, I'm going to give this to my niece. I was thinking about doing this because my niece, you know, they go out places, they're small, and, or I should say they're young. They go out places and, you know, they want something to scribble on. They want something to write on. So this is something good for me when I have them to have in my purse or to give to them, to just scribble on. So they have something to scribble on, and it's not a problem. Some of the stuff, like they were previous notepads and I cut them up, and then the rest is just copy paper. I will put up a tutorial on how to do this, and it should follow the day after this video is posted. Then I took, there's a smile and it's with a camera, and so I used some Martha Stewart glitter and some vellum paper and some impressions. I think this impressions was a Fiskars plate, and I think it was leather, but I figured I'd give the little hand a little texture. But the goal of this card is that you pop it down. And so have you ever been someplace where people are like, oh, I really want that photograph. Oh, can you send me that photograph? Okay, and we never do because it's like, This is a good way to mount a photograph in here. So I had this picture of my nephew and his friends, and I just put it in here so that I can send it to them and go, oh, here's this picture, and it's in this cool card. I used a La La Land stamp and some of my Spectrum Noir markers. And I think I actually used, at this point in time, I used some Copic markers for the skin. And I used the telephone one. And she's on the telephone. I think it's Marcy with a phone. And I'll put the name at the end of the video. And then I just had this stamp that said, good friends are just a phone call away. And put it in there. And this is a good, nice little friendship card that you can send out. All those cards and or notebooks came from Wild Card 2. So get your fun on and look into Wild Card 2. I hope these projects inspire you to do some stuff, and I can't wait to see what you make with your Wild Card 2. Thanks for watching.